Hi, 5th graders. Today's topics are actually very easy. We're going to focus on decimals, addition, multiplying fractions, and order of operations. We're going to get started with decimals, and when we say decimals, we're going to be just like subtracting them. And it's similar to what we did last week, because we're trying to find the missing number or decimal in this case. And as I did before, I'm going to plug in a variable of x for the missing number, and that's what I'm going to try to solve for. Okay, so I want to do number 5 together. Number 5 gave us x minus 0.4 equals 3.6. Now, we want to solve for the missing number, which is x, so we're going to have to get rid of the 0.4. And the only way to get rid of it is by adding 0.4 to both sides, because when we add 0.4 here, we also have to do it to the other side. That's just like a known rule. So over here on the left side, the 0.4 are cancel out. So we're just left with an x, our missing number. And on the right side, we have to add 0.4 and 3.6. So 6 plus 4 is 10. So we're going to bring down the 0 and bring up the 1. 1 plus 3 is 4. And 4 plus 0 is just 0. So, and then we bring down the decimal point, and it's between we just bring it down, so it's going to be between 4 and 0. So our missing number is going to be 4.0. And in order to make sure that your answer is correct, you can check your answer by doing 4.0 minus 0.4. It's basically plugging back in. So this 0 turns into a 10, this 4 turns into a 3, 10 minus 4 is 6, bring down the decimal point, 3 minus 0 is just 3, and we get 3. And we see that 3.6 equal 3.6. So 4.0 is the correct answer. Now we're going to be adding. But when we are adding, but it's essentially the same. It's essentially the same thing as what we did in this worksheet for the decimals. So we're going to do number 1 together, and once again, we're going to try to find the missing number, so I'm going to plug in an x as a variable for the missing number. Now I'm going to write down the new equation. So number 1 is 86 equals x plus, let's go y, x plus 38 plus 14. So on the right side, we're just gonna add like terms. So we bring down the 86. And on the right side, x doesn't have any other like terms, so we're just gonna bring it down. However, 38 and 14 are like terms because they're both constants. So we're gonna add 38 by 14. We get 12, bring up the 1, 5. So it's going to be x plus 52. Now we're going to solve for the missing number. So we need to get x by itself. And the only way to do that is by subtracting 52 to both sides. So that's what I'm going to do. This way, the 52 on the right side and the negative 52 will cancel out, and we only get x on the right side. On the left side, we just subtract, so it's going to be 6 minus 2, which is 4, 8 minus 5, which is 3. So x equals 34. Once again, you can check your answer by plugging it back in. So we already know that 38 plus 14 is 52, so we're just going to leave it like that. We have to make sure that the right side equals 86. So we're going to put down 86 equals, and then we get x plus oops, I'm sorry, I was supposed to plug in. I was supposed to plug in 34. So we have 34 plus 52. And when we add 34 and 52, it should give us 86, and it does. So it equals 86, and so 34 is the correct answer. Next, we're going to be multiplying improper fractions. This is actually fairly easy because since it's improper fractions, we don't need to turn it into mixed numbers and all that stuff. We just need to multiply across. So it's going to be 16. Sorry, that looks a bit messy. 16 over 5 times 5 over 2. Now we just multiply across. So 16 times 5. 16 times 5 is 80. So we put 80 over 5 times 2 is 10. And we get 80 over 10. However, as you can see, we can actually simplify this even further to get just 8 over 1, because both can be divided by 10. So since 8, you can leave it as 8 over 1, but I'm just going to leave it as 8 because 8 over 1 is the same thing as 8. For this worksheet, you're multiplying improper fractions, but I think they want you to have the answer in mixed fraction form. So once you're done multiplying across and simplifying, make sure to turn it back into a mixed number. Now, order of operations, our favorite PEMDAS. Once again, let's write it down. It's gonna be PEM parentheses and then exponents, multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction. So we're going to follow PEMDAS. Let's do number 8. Number 8 gave us 37 plus, and then we have parentheses 4. I'm pretty sure that's a plus sign, yeah. 4 plus 31 minus 32, and then parentheses minus 35. And as we can see, it has a parentheses, so we're gonna do the things inside the parentheses first. And we have addition and subtraction. So we're gonna add 4 plus 31 first, and we get, because of that one rule, and it's in the PEMDAS order anyway. 4 plus 31 is 35. 35 minus 32 is 3. So it's gonna be 37 plus, and you could put a parentheses if you want, you don't have to. 3. That's a bit too tiny. Plus 3 minus 35. So this is essentially the same thing as just, it's essentially the same thing as, hold on, 37 plus 3 minus 35. Once again, we're going to follow the PEMDAS rule again, which is addition, then subtraction. And we get 37 plus 3, which is 40. So it's going to be now 40 minus 35. Now we subtract 40 minus 35, which is just 5. And that's going to be your final answer. And that's all I have for you guys today. I hope this video helped you guys a bit.